But you gotta ask yourself, are they mad because he talking about the things that they have to succumb to in order to have success? Meanwhile, he's still successful. We just don't see him on commercials. We just don't see him on the news unless it's negativity. We don't see him on TMZ unless it's negativity. We don't see him unless it's negativity. But his show's selling out still. He's still riding around in Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and all of that. And there's some niggas that ain't going through nothing what Katt Williams going through, and they still ain't as successful. So I don't think he's trying to tear nobody down. The perfect example of what we need to be to come up out being hypnotized. We hypnotized to money and fame and greed. We'll turn on whoever for the money. Just as many people I seen, Ricky Smiley feel some type of way, Steve Harvey feel some type of way, Tyler Perry, Oprah can feel some type of way, but all y'all shady. Every one of y'all.
Yeah. Got my nigga Cheese in this bitch. Midwest UGK, nigga. You already know. Yeah. I said my hands on this money. I'm caught up in this lifestyle. This 100-round drummy. It'll knock a nigga right down. My dope on my scale. It be knocking watch lights out. My spot do be booming. I'm caught up in this lifestyle. My hands on this money. I'm caught up in this lifestyle.
What's up with my people? It's time for that Coach for the Streets, hosted by Mafia and Paint, man. I'm really happy to have this conversation with my people, man, because I need to understand what's going on. I mean, I understand what's going on. I'm pretty sure y'all do too, man. Shannon Sharpe and Katt Williams interview broke the internet. We all know that. Almost 10 million views in less than, ridiculous numbers, man. He broke the social platform, man. Let's just say that. I know it's probably a lot of mixed opinions out there. I know I got my own perspective. I got my own opinions of the situation. But what I do want to say is I'm siding with Katt Williams. I don't feel like nothing he said was wrong. I agree with him. If you pay attention to everything he said, minus the little jokes, which he's a comedian, so jokes come. That's with any comedian. When they talking, it's going to always be a joke in any conversation they have. But with Katt, he explained a lot of things. And though he didn't go so in depth 15 years ago or so much time ago when he went in what we basically feel like he got canceled for, which what he said some things on his stand-up comedy about being at some Hollywood parties and you might go into the wrong room and seeing some things. I feel that was the point that got him kind of put as a target in the media section to be canceled. Because let's just be honest, when we say canceled, that does not mean that as a celebrity, you are no longer a celebrity or you're no longer successful. That just means that the media ain't gonna promote you unless it's negativity. That's all that means. Katt Williams still sell out shows. Katt Williams still has a loyal fan base. He's still a successful comedian. I would consider him, it doesn't have to be 3 or 4 kings of comedy. We could have 100 kings of comedy. There's so many countless greats that it's almost impossible to name the 10 best comedians, if you understand what I'm saying. But it was a lot of things that Katt Williams said, right? And like I said, he said this with a calm mannerism to him. He didn't have no attitude. He wasn't barking. He wasn't huffing and puffing. But when you notice the response from everybody from Ricky Smiley to Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, countless people that he talked to had some type of response, and their responses was all similar. I even seen some responses from some of them where they was like, oh, he trying to be that's too tough. Like, how was he acting tough? At no time did he come out of his body to the point where you could feel aggression. Nor did I feel like he was wearing his heart on his sleeve when he spoke on anything he said in the actual video, in the interview. So, I mean, like, what y'all think? Do y'all believe Katt Williams? Like, once again, we do know back some time ago he did speak on these things. And a lot of times I think when people like this come to expose the industry, it get overlooked a lot of times because other people that might be mentioned in people exposing people might have a star power, and you might have an influence and admiration for that person. So you sweep what you heard under the rug, even though it may be true. And I feel like in the Hollywood industry, that's really what it is. Like even with R. Kelly, everybody that was around R. Kelly knew he was doing all these things, right? But then they don't choose to separate from R. Kelly until all these things he did in his past come back to haunt him. Now that it's coming down on him, now that he's facing jail time, now that he's facing all the doors and his opportunities is closed on him. Everybody severed their relationship with R. Kelly, even though they ignored all the red flags they was around for 30 years. You see what I'm saying? This is the same thing. Katt said something 10, 15 years ago. People brushed it under the rug. Now, after people threw so much salt and sugar on Katt Williams' name and career and legendary status, to him defend himself calmly, be taken as taking shots at everybody else. When all these allegations that he's speaking of, Katt Williams is not the only person to have spoke on these situations. And not just me knowing this, we know this, the viewers know this. If you watch it, you know this. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It's time for that. Culture for the streets. We gonna talk about this. Because, okay, Katt Williams has something to say about Ricky Smiley having something to say. So in response to what Ricky Smiley has said, Katt Williams said what he had to say. I didn't feel like he was really trying to just throw dirt on Ricky Smiley. He was just telling the truth. Then Ricky Smiley goes live over the radio and replies and responds to Katt Williams. And basically,
was made. Whatever, I can't speak on behalf of the other comedians, but the only thing I can speak for is myself. Katt made some comments on Shannon Sharp's show about when I was on Shannon Sharp was telling him the story of some of the behind the scenes from Friday After Next. Let's start with that. When I went out there, let's just go back. In 2000, I was the host of BET Comic View and in the season 2004. I also worked on this show called Live from LA. That was my first job with BET, and that's where I met Ice Cube, if I'm not mistaken. And Ice Cube was like, man, hey man, I like your work. I want to do some stuff with you. I want to put you in some movies. And Ice Cube started putting me in movies, which really helped my career. I was in All About the Benjamins, but of course, when they changed the ending of it, that part didn't make any sense. But then he put me in Friday After Next. And just for clarification, I went out to audition for Friday After Next as Money Mike, not the Santa Claus. And that is the honest God truth. I had no reason to go on there and to go on Shannon Sharp's show and lie about any of that. That's what I auditioned for.
In the same sentence. So it's like when Katt Williams spoke on Steve Harvey. What did he say that was wrong? Because we heard Steve Harvey personally say that, but at the same time, when Katt was dissecting what Steve Harvey said. He was explaining to you the bigger picture that sometimes we don't.
After the movie, man, that was probably
blessing and a curse.
Yeah, the four of us. It was the largest comedy movie ever in history. We split up.
You wish you would have stayed, kept it together, could have kept it together.
We tried everything, but you know, dudes felt like they was movie stars. I never saw myself as a movie star. Just let me go be me. So I knew. But Bernie got a lot of roles. Sid got a lot of roles. So I just knew. But the thing that they did though, when they went and got so many roles, they stopped doing stand-up.
Right.
Me, I felt so strongly about stand-up, I never stopped.
Right.
When I got my TV shows, I still toured on the weekend.
Right.
By myself, take 2 people with me. Radio City Music Hall. I was selling, I stayed.
Sometimes we don't always understand because we ain't in them rooms with them people. Why things didn't work. Why people went their separate ways. Then you start to understand. You start to putting 2 and 2 together. You really start understanding why things go how they go and why things is like that. Now I understand why it was 4 Big Mama's house and 17 Medeas and why Wesley Snipes put a dress on. I'm starting to understand the pattern behind why all these people was doing this.
Buddy Tyler Perry, who's faced numerous allegations of promoting an image of emasculated black men in his movies. Actor and voice coach Brandon Jay recently went viral on TikTok after posting a video exposing Tyler Perry for pressuring him into playing a gay character. Brandon was cast in Perry's sitcom Meet the Browns in the role of Joff, a high school teenager dealing with bullies. However, according to Brandon, Tyler decided to make a last-minute change to the script and told him that his character would be gay and have a crush on his high school bully instead.
So in the middle of Mr. Perry changing up the scenes, he says, you know, I want Jeffrey to be gay, and he has a crush on his bully. That's not what I auditioned for.
Now, when it comes to Tyler Perry's orientation, rumors about him being on the DL have been swirling for years, and fans have accused Tyler of projecting his own suppressed feelings on other male actors. Also, Tyler Perry's portrayal of female characters is highly controversial, and he's been accused of perpetuating harmful stereotypes about black women. Director Spike Lee previously criticized Tyler's movies and called them coonery buffoonery. And all you need to know about Tyler Perry's character is summed up in his response to Spike Lee.
Punch the hell out of you. Say something else.
That is my answer to Spike Lee. Go to hell.
And I'm not the only person because I know y'all all over the internet watching these videos and we understand that the industry is dark, it's shady, it's shiesty, it's greedy, it's manipulating, it's deceiving. Some of us grow up from children to teenagers to adults. Some people go out and actually become famous as kids, then grow up in Hollywood. Then you got people that might become famous as teenagers, blow up in Hollywood. Then you got people that grow up and admire and be inspired by all these things they see ahead of them in Hollywood. So you are inspired to be better. You chase after the same type of dream because you want to be in those types of positions, only to understand that the people that you're looking up to and being inspired by, these niggas is dirty as hell. You ain't gonna get paid right over here. You can't get a job over there because they want more than your talent. They want favors. You can't get a job over here because you didn't do this favor right here. So they get the doors closed right there for you, right there for you, and right there for you. The industry ain't built for us when we out here trying to accomplish goals and we got dreams ahead of us because they are in front of us to make sure the dreams don't happen. And if they happen, they want to control the dream. So you can understand why Katt Williams ain't being called when he's still one of the most funniest comedians in the game right now today. Why he ain't getting called for these head parts in these movies and for these shows and these sitcoms and these documentaries and these TV series. Because he ain't willing to get on his knees and be a house nigga. I just was telling my brother this earlier, right? We can be judgmental and critical about what other people do in order to stay in position, right? We can be critical and judge people all day about that, right? But we also talking about people that come from the same environments we come from. So if you take this street rap nigga that promote violence all the time, he drill rapping, he sliding, they disrespecting the ops, they doing all of that, right? And they get him in the room for 30 seconds to tell him they'll get him 15 million. If he take this photo shoot, he only got to put the dress on for 3 minutes. They gonna take a couple pictures, and then he looking at it from his perspective like it's only 3 minutes. He not thinking about how he desensitizing the people that want to be like him. Not only people that want to be like him, but the men. He thinking about the money. So to him, to wear this dress for 3 minutes to make $15 million, even though tomorrow I know I'm gonna break the internet with the picture with the dress or the skirt on, even though they don't know I got 15 million for this. All they know is he put a dress on, he switched up, he on the other side now. When that ain't the case at all, really, he bowed to stay in position. Because when they came to him with this proposition, he might not have been worth 15. He might not even had 10. He might not even got 5. So to give me 15 million for 3 minutes of me sitting in this thing, you taking pictures, a lot of them niggas gonna bow to that. It's a lot of people in Hollywood that we look up to that's bowing. How we gonna be mad at Katt Williams because he ain't bowing? I tell you what though, we need to protect Katt Williams and anybody like Katt Williams, from Katt Williams to the Jaguar rights to anybody of their caliber that spoke up against the industry. And because they spoke up against the industry, they got blackballed. They got a ceiling put on their career. Because we watching a lot of people that would rather choose to stay on the other side of the fence for fame, money, and to stay in position so they don't never have to go back to what they came from. Why you think we so weak? Why you think in the community we weak as hell? We don't fight for our communities. We'll go outside, put a hoodie on, put the stick in the hoodie pocket, jump in the car with 4 other niggas dressed like us with a Pooh Shiesty mask on, go right around the corner and slide on niggas we went to school with. We know their mamas. We was at their house. We slept on the floor at their house on slumber parties, nigga. We shot basketball together. Our moms was cool, went out to eat, drunk coffee, went to the club together. But we won't go against the real enemy, the people that keep us at war with us. You see what I'm saying? Everybody mad at Katt Williams right now. But you gotta ask yourself, are they mad because he talking about the things that they have to succumb to in order to have success? Meanwhile, he's still successful. We just don't see him on commercials. We just don't see him on the news unless it's negativity. We don't see him on TMZ unless it's negativity. We don't see him unless it's negativity. But his show's selling out still. He's still riding around in Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and all of that. And there's some niggas that ain't going through nothing what Katt Williams going through, and they still ain't as successful. So I don't think he's trying to tear nobody down. He's the perfect example of what we need to be to come up out being hypnotized. We hypnotized to money and fame and greed. We'll turn on whoever for the money. Just as many people I seen Ricky Smiley feels some type of way. Steve Harvey feels some type of way. Tyler Perry, Oprah can feel some type of way. But all y'all shady.
And it all started after Monique recently revealed that she's still waiting for Oprah to apologize for killing her career.
I would say, Oprah Winfrey, you know what you need to do. And stop hiding behind what you call was negative comments, what you call, oh, I don't even deal with things like that, because what people are beginning to do is see you for who you are.
And not just that, recently reports emerged that Oprah and her close friend Tyler Perry have been pushing an agenda to emasculate and humiliate black male actors.
The black community say that there's a systemic issue with black men being emasculated on screen in order to be more palatable to the white audience.
And this is just the tip of the iceberg, because there's also been a lot of talk about Oprah's very close connection to Hollywood elites and handlers who not only control the entertainment industry, but also famous celebs. But if there's one celeb who is never afraid to speak out against these elites, it's Katt Williams. So what exactly did Katt say about Oprah and Tyler Perry?
We have to see this guy be right enough times that we go, wait a minute. He can't be crazy and right.
Yeah. There's been a very loud conversation going on social media about the shady side of Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry. And fans are saying that these two need to be knocked off that pedestal they've been sitting on for years. The talk about Oprah being an evil narcissist have been around for years. And after Monique recently revealed she's still waiting on Oprah to apologize for killing her career, fans started digging for dirt and discovered a ton of problematic things Oprah has done over the years and how she got away with it with the help of
every one of y'all. So I expect all y'all responses to be the same, because at the end of the day, it's other people out there that speaking the same language he's speaking against y'all. So no, I don't think Katt Williams crazy, bro. No, I don't think Jaguar Wright is crazy, bro. Or anybody like them. Cassie, any of them, because at the end of the day, they done seen some things we can't fathom. We hear what Diddy put her through, and it's like, what? Like, I'm used to this nigga just two-stepping and making sure Bad Boy do good. I ain't know he was doing none of the stuff he doing. You see what I'm saying? So, to hear Katt speak on Ricky Smiley, and then you got to go back in your head and go back through history and pay attention to the lineup of Ricky Smiley. You'll start to understand Katt Williams ain't lying. You go back to Jamie Foxx and you start to really follow Jamie Foxx up to this point. You start to understand. I don't think he lying.
By Hollywood higher-ups, and fans are now pointing out that Katt Williams already exposed Jamie for having an affair with his label artist, Mark Anthony. There's been a lot of speculation online about Jamie's recent hospitalization, especially after Jamie recently claimed he was betrayed by someone close to him while he was in the hospital. Meanwhile, Jamie also started making headlines because of his sexuality, with fans hitting the search engines to find out if Katt Williams was right when he claimed years ago that Jamie was gay. So what exactly did Katt say about Jamie's sexuality? Did Jamie really have an affair with Mark Anthony? Let's break it down.
The more men with men means the more women without men, which makes a better society for me. I'd like to thank you, gay men.
Jamie Foxx may be out of the hospital, but that doesn't mean rumors and conspiracy theories surrounding his medical emergency have stopped. In fact, the stories are getting wilder by the day, and Jamie recently started trending again over rumors that he's on the DL. Meanwhile, an old video of Katt Williams resurfaced in which he claimed that Jamie is gay and that he slept with his artist, Mark Anthony. To give you some
Steve Harvey, the same thing. I totally believe exactly what he said about Steve Harvey, because he strikes me. Listen, I'm from Ohio. Cleveland only 35, 40 minutes from where I stay. He got the typical Cleveland ego. He ain't wrong for that. That's where he from. He got the ego of where he from. But at the end of the day, Steve Harvey misled us so bad that when Katt Williams said Steve Harvey was deceiving us to think he had the crispiest flat top in entertainment, nigga, I thought he had the sharpest flat top I ever seen a barber chisel on a nigga head. Line up and all. It was almost laser printed, only to find out that you could take it off like a football helmet. And I ain't supposed to believe Katt Williams over you, nigga, and you led me to believe you had a full-blown flat top at 40-something years old with the best hairline in the game. Nigga, you been lying to us. And I know y'all feel the same way. He talk about Ricky Smiley always want to put on a dress, but at the same time, prior to Katt Williams talking about Ricky Smiley, bro, I always thought he had a couple sugar packets in the Kool-Aid jug. It didn't take him to do 3-4 movies. Would it? You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that I done had the Tyler Perry conversations, man. If y'all don't believe Katt Williams, y'all damn near don't believe nothing in life, because at the end of the day, ask yourself, we only seen, like Katt said, even before Katt actually said it in the interview, I watched Tyler Perry movies. When he put the dress on, he's a hell of an actor and comedian. But when he got to play who he really is, which is a man, he terrible at it. And I know y'all noticed that too. Y'all can't tell me though. If y'all think I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong in the comments. And I respect that. But I doubt I see I'm wrong in the comments. Because just like I've watched 17 different episodes of Madea, y'all have too. Tell me I'm lying. You feel what I'm saying? Tell me I'm lying. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. So once again, for Katt to expose Ricky Smiley for lying, I don't blame him, because at the end of the day, sometimes you got to speak up for yourself. Especially when you done went for so long without feeling like you got to defend yourself for what's being said. You dig what I'm saying? And Oprah and Tyler Perry, we've been hearing about them before Katt Williams goes to Shannon Sharpe and talk about this. You see what I'm saying? He's not the only one that speak on a lot of the things that he spoke on, but he's being targeted and judged a certain type of way for speaking on these people, bruh. Almost in a manner where it's almost like the tables is reversed. Like he did all the stuff he's saying they did, and they didn't do nothing. You see what I'm saying? Because none of these people is explaining themselves. Y'all don't understand that? Oprah's never going to explain herself. Tyler Perry's never going to explain himself. Steve Harvey's never going to explain himself. Jamie Foxx ain't never really going to explain himself. Diddy ain't never going to explain himself. Ricky Smiley and the rest of these people that's in this industry and that's aligned with this fraternity of darkness, bruh. They not gonna speak on it. It's gonna be what it is, bruh. Oh, he tripping, he mad because he ain't relevant. How is he not relevant to us? Because I don't know a time where Katt Williams wasn't irrelevant. Just hearing y'all say he ain't relevant, so he's speaking on us to get relevant. Listen, him talking to y'all not gonna get him booked for a tour, bruh. And he still got tours. So stop it with the he trying to be relevant. How about he ain't trying to kiss no ass and y'all mad at him because he pointing y'all out for really being the Uncle Toms that you niggas is? How about that? Because I done been all over the internet yesterday and today, and to see it's a whole community of comedians that ain't got nothing bad to say about Katt Williams. So I'm not gonna let 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people, when I done saw 100 people from that same community of comedians say otherwise. I'm not gonna let y'all influence me. I don't want y'all to influence the people that watch our platform, meaning y'all, because y'all important to us too. We ain't going for no deceit, bruh. And that's why we must more, we gotta start standing with each other, bruh. When somebody speak up and they be in the right for speaking up, bruh, we need to start standing with them versus staying with the person we like versus staying with the person we get money with or staying with the person, because at the end of the day, these people wrong, bruh. And then at the end of the day, for our community, they become the gatekeepers. So they turn into the new slave master toward their own people, because now we got to get through the door and kneel to you in order to have true stability with our opportunities, bruh. And it should be like that, because we should be fighting for each other. So salute to Shannon Sharp for getting Katt Williams on that platform and letting Katt Williams say what he want to say and saying how he needed to get it off his chest, because at the end of the day, he didn't only wake up the internet. He woke up the world to what Hollywood really is. It's not about being famous, and it's not about being an actor, a rapper, a celebrity. At some point, when you get to a certain level, if you ain't willing to put a leash around your neck, you only gonna be but so successful. So you get to a point where you worth 50 million, you'll be forever worth under 100 million, because they gonna always try to make sure you don't get to that level. But the minute you put that leash on, the doors to riches and opportunities and media coverage and streaming numbers and celebrity status and fame is unlimited. Till you do what them people don't want you to do, and they take everything or try to. One thing about Katt that I respect is he holds the power to his career. He's not latched on to 20, 30 different companies. So by him speaking his mind and standing firmly on his foundation about it, they can't stop the fact that he still sell out shows. Only thing they can stop is the fact that he can't get big movie roles. Only thing they can stop is the fact that he ain't on TV all day. He's still doing specials. He's still touring. You heard him, 100 cities. It's just a little bit different. He ain't willing to You know what I mean? Some people just ain't willing to do certain things. And I would be a Katt Williams because I'm not the person that's going to sign the contract for anything because I don't want to go back to that. Like, I'm used to getting it out the mud. I'm used to making nothing happen. Something happen out of nothing. So I'm used to, I can lose it all and have to go back to that and get it right back. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not willing to give up my dignity, my self-worth, my respect for fame and money, bro. So what Katt did was really expose the game for how cutthroat it is for us when we get in it towards each other. And the things you're gonna have to do as an individual to exceed your expectations, because they're gonna make sure of it. So the next time you watching these celebrities on TV, in your new movie, on his new rap song, in his new whatever he got set up, powered by somebody else, ask yourself, how did he get so super wealthy so fast? When there's somebody sitting right next to him that probably got 100 times more talent and the same amount of hustle, but didn't end up in the same situation. That's because for that said individual, they took a door that the other one wasn't willing to. And that's the outcome to that. So they make it almost look like you have to in order to get to this point. Me, as well as a lot of other people in the world, including Katt Williams, we ain't willing to kneel solely to have success and fortune. Like, come on, bro. It's just certain things in life we not gonna do. So I applaud Katt Williams for stepping up, and I applaud anybody with that tier of celebrity that steps up and speak against these people, because we really need to be woken up about what's going on in the industry and how poisonous it is, not only to us, but to our kids too, because it's not just affecting the adult celebrities and actors that's chasing this dream. Keep in mind, it's a whole world of kids out there trying to be actors, rappers, movie stars, celebrities in any kind of way they can imagine. And these are also the obstacles they gonna have to face. So we need 1,000 more Katt Williams to speak up against these people, because as long as they got 100% power to dictate how our careers go and our success, we always gonna have a ceiling unless we agree to do things that we normally disagree to. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all side with Katt Williams? Or do you think he wrong for putting people on blast? Because I don't. Salute to Katt Williams. Salute to y'all. Everybody that tune in all the time, man. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. It's time for that. Culture for the Street. Hosted by Mafia and Paint.